A lot of people are first to tee off with their three friends. They hit their ball in the trees, and their friends say, "John, the ball went in those trees there because that's where you're aiming. Your feet were aiming there." And you say, "Well, I felt like I was aiming straight." Or then you hit a ball straight, and they say, "Well, your actual feet were aiming to the trees, but your ball went straight." And then you're all confused. They're trying to mean well by helping you out, but in the end, nobody really knows what they're talking about. What I want to do for today is clear up the three factors that constitute good alignment and the order of importance that we'll talk about, and also then how they can benefit you for better shot making and to use those to your advantage. And I've got some props here set up that'll be able to combine a workstation that you'll be able to use at home to get into a little routine that will help you aim and align yourself better for better golf. So let's talk about those three factors right now that constitute good alignment. The most important factor, now write this down, the most important factor for alignment is club face. And what I mean by club face is the bottom of the golf club, the leading edge, being vertical and straight, not closed and not open. Understanding the positioning of that to the ball is about 70% of the whole deal. If you can get that right, that'll help you a lot. I'll show you how to do that right now as I walk into my workstation. I've got my two bits of 4x2 here lined up. The bottom of this club face here is going to be aligned perfectly flat on the base of this wood. The second factor that you're going to have to look at is shoulder alignment, how my shoulders align to the target. So I'm going to put another golf club here. I'm going to place this underneath my shoulders, underneath my armpits. Now, if I line my shoulders up straight, you'll see that this club will point pretty much straight, and my eyes will look at 90 degrees down that line. Now, to a lot of golfers, that'll feel a long way to the right. If my both eyes want to see the target as straight, I'll actually look front on to the target, but have a look now where this butt of this golf club's pointing, well to the left. Alignment problem number 2, order of importance. You must get your shoulders straight. Third factor is feet. And you're going to say, "Steve, why have you got this positioned on your heels here?" Most people at the driving range have it on their toes. And actually, the real place to have it is on your heels, and I'll explain why. If you had Ben Hogan's book and you saw him flare that front toe out, you would actually see that as you look down the ground to you, that would actually look like your feet are open. But actually, based on my heels, they're square. If I happen to have a pigeon-toed gait, walking in with my toes pointed inward and pronated, it actually looked like I was aiming to the right. But as you can still see, the heel line is straight. So that's how I get my heel line and stance line, most importantly, straight for me. Now, is this essential for straight shot making? No way. Lee Trevino played an open stance, which allowed him to clear his hips a little bit more as he hit, but he certainly knew where that club face was, and he also certainly knew where his shoulders were. Now that ball would have gone straight, even though my feet were open. But what the open stance did do is it allowed me to clear my left hip more. So those of you with some hip replacement problems, that might be something you might like to employ. But I certainly couldn't turn it very far back on the backswing. Peter Jacobson, on the other hand, played a closed stance. He still had his baseline straight, he still had his club face straight, much like Trevino's. This allowed him to turn his right hip back more, and obviously limited how far his left hip could clear through the ball. That ball would have also gone straight. So forget this idea of having your feet square, because it's a good idea, and I'm not suggesting for everybody to aim their feet left and right and anywhere, but more importantly, understand your club face, and understand your shoulders, and understand how your feet could actually allow your hips to turn in a certain direction. Both closed stance would allow me to turn more on the backswing and less on the through swing, and an open stance will allow me to turn more on the through swing and less on the backswing. That's a personal issue. But more importantly, my club face and my shoulders are straight and square. So I actually truly understand and appreciate the feel for straight alignment and a reproducible setup routine that can help my golf.
Golf Zone TV is proudly brought to you by the Golf Zone online golf shop.